Hello everybody, Bob Georgiou, Remax Accord here with the Rolling Realtor Report for July 2022. Appreciate you tuning in, following these videos, and thanks for watching. So, haven't done a live report, been busy selling properties, so I'm sure you saw the videos of the homes that I had listed. Got more coming up, look forward to those. And so here's what we've got going on in the interim. We have been in transition since the last video that I put out here. Interest rates have gone up a full point, some more, so less, and the market is adjusting to those price increases. What this basically tells us is that the value of the homes prior to June were partly based on the availability of credit, which is now going back, which is now tightening, going back against the buyers, which is translating into dollars to the sellers. Whether or not this is a correction or just a mathematical adjustment for the new interest rates remains to be seen. So sort of makes pricing a little bit challenging. And this is more, of course, area by area, house by house, neighborhood by neighborhood. I think across the board, the top end of the market's lost probably about 10 to 15%, with the exception of the top homes. If you still have a top home that has all the updates, absolutely beautiful, top to bottom, front to back, inside and out, you will probably not see much of a change since the interest rates have risen, or if you have seen a change, it'll be less than what your neighbor would have with the similar house that doesn't have your updates. We are still in a strong seller's market, which is why I don't know if this is a correction or just simply a mathematical adjustment on the new interest rates. Inventory is still way low. The only difference is that a lot of the buyers with the new interest rates and affordability are now shifting around price points and looking at what they can buy and picking and choosing. This common phenomenon when markets go against the buyers, the first thing that happens is the standards go up, and so this is not a complete surprise. We're also in July. This is the holiday season. Late June. We also had a new holiday at Juneteenth in June, which sort of gave us a new June dynamic. I think the plan moving forward is, if you're going to sell in the spring, to get it on in May, and because you got Mother's Day, Father's Day, now June 13th, or Juneteenth in June. So, June being the hot season is probably no longer the case. It's probably now May, so we'll have to keep that in the back of our mind moving forward. So, as a consequence of high interest rates, we are seeing volatility like we've never seen in real estate. I think that some of this has to do with the impact of the internet on our business, where information is more freely flowing from the market to consumers, and more information is being processed through websites like Zillow and Realtor.com, so the buyers have quicker information or be able to make more responsive financial decisions. And consequently, we have a lot of volatility. It looks more like stock market. It looks more like stock market than it does real estate market, which has a tendency to move slowly over weeks, days, months. Now we're seeing price impacts very quickly, and it's it's a new phenomenon. So wasn't this way back in the big correction. Big correction happened over quarters. This is happening over months. So if this is a price correction, we will see it here pretty quickly in the numbers moving forward, but I don't see the volatility changing actually until 2023, after we get through July holiday season, back into the late season. in August, and then after in through the election in November. After November, things will go back to whatever the new norm is going to be for 23 into the 2024 election cycle, and consequently, we could stabilize, go into a Japanese-style long-term lull, or we could continue to decline, and it's just hard to tell. In the Bay Area, again, with tight inventory, tight and high affordability in this area, we will be immune from some of the impacts that are going on in the rest of the country right now, and so I don't see much changing. I do expect it to be a seller's market through the end of the year, with the price correcting across the board on a house-by-house, neighborhood-by-neighborhood phenomenon. But that's pure speculation, and I just said that the crystal ball is broken. So we are due for a correction. We have been going up in price for 10 years. We're due for a California correction. So is it here? Probably. At least it's on the horizon. But right now, if you're planning a move, prices are still great. Interest rates are still historically low. And if the lenders don't strangle this market with increased reserve requirements, which is something that is also happening, which is also affecting buyers, could be in for a long haul. Right now, in the banking sector, the prognosticators are predicting a cash crunch, and this will have a huge impact on real estate moving forward. Could force a correction where there wasn't one warranted, because less money will be available for lending. This is part of the pickle that the Fed has with its interest rates moves up, and it's going to be a real interesting macroeconomic challenge for the powers that be. But we're just along for the ride in the front lines of all these policy changes, so we'll just have to see what happens moving forward and manage accordingly. Talking about the local neighborhood, Concord single family and condominiums are definitely cooling. Volume is still quick if the homes are priced aggressively. Market is down about 10 to 15% across the board. In most price points, the entry level is still moving quickly, but I think that the entry level that was in the 700s, 750s back in April, May are now in the high to mid sixes. So that's definitely a price correction move, but homes are still moving fairly quickly. And again, just a mathematical adjustment based on interest rates. Market times are extending across the board. Walnut Creek, Pleasant Hill, Danville, San Ramon. Again, when they were at 3 to 7 days, that's not hard to do. Now we're in a 10-day market pretty much across the board. We're seeing fewer multiple offers in all the other areas of central Contra Costa County. The exception is, of course, Pleasant Hill, bucking the trend, strangely so. Don't understand what's going on in Pleasant Hill, but they seem to be an outlier once again. When the rest of the market goes down, Pleasant Hill goes up. When the rest of the market is going up, Pleasant Hill goes down. Right now, Pleasant Hill seems to be the dark horse in this real estate market, with inventory being tighter than it is in the surrounding communities. Probably a lot of East Bay buyers coming this way don't want to cross 680. Still a lot of those buyers moving from from Alameda County this direction. Probably the result of that phenomenon, possibly. Anybody's guess. We'll just have to keep an eye on that moving forward. One last comment about the market right now and these price corrections that I mentioned. There is still a relatively high volume of homes being bought and sold in June, July. This was the peak of the market, and so any price correction is being lost in the numbers on volume. across the board, high to low, the market numbers are not moving all that much, but on a house by house, block by block previewing of homes, you can see price changes that are happening in places, specifically Concord, mostly Concord, Carrot Square, Walnut Creek. Trying to think of where else maybe has softer pricing in the area. Can't think of anything off the top. You are seeing the rest of Walnut Creek adjusting. The homes that were in Northgate, the homes that were once at 2.3 are now probably closer to 2 million. The multiple offer agents over there are no longer starting their homes at 1.8, 1. Now they're starting their homes for multiple offers at 1.5, 1.6, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, and the numbers are still attractive. They're still high, with the high end being a lot more volatile. It's dragging numbers across the board, masking some of these price correction numbers that I alluded to, but I'll probably end up doing another video if I have time on that, on the anecdotes that I have on my last two listings, how they fared, and kind of give you a microcosm of what's going on in the greater market. So, my name is Bob Georgiou with RE/MAX Accord. If you're looking for real estate in Central Contra Costa County, give me a shout. Phone numbers are at the beginning and the end of this video. Really appreciate you taking the time out to watch the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, share, like, subscribe, and I will talk to you sometime later in the month with another video and a couple more houses that are coming on the market here shortly. Thanks again for watching, and have a great week.